All right, let's get started. Today, I'm going to go right into the trade of the day. Then we're going to talk about two trades I made, show you how I'm just briefly what the trades were, what the profit was, and I'm going to talk about a new feature added to the service that you're really going to like and could potentially make you some decent profit. But let's first do the trade of the day on the S&P 500. Let's get right into it. We'll come back and do all the symbols as we always do. But first, let's talk about the trade of the day. S&P 500. Let's turn on the Get Us Plus indicator, which for some reason is not here. Can't find it. There it goes. Okay, they did some changes to the app here. They did some weird stuff. That's fine. All right. Yeah. Couple really good trades here. Two of them. Excuse me. Drink a little coffee here. So the first one I want to talk about is right here at 7:10 in the morning. This is pre-market. Well, technically pre-market starts at 7:30, but close enough right here at 7:10 in the morning. Here's the Get Us Plus indicator. Let's talk about this trade. Get Us Plus indicator saying, hey, I think there's a trade here. 5-minute chart. Is there a trade there? Because, you know, the Get Us Plus indicator gets it right most time, but not always. So we always want to confirm. I talk about this all the time. I'm going to go over it again real quick here. First thing to look at is a MACD. Now, this may apply when you're trading, especially intraday, but anytime, you got to look at, this is futures, by the way. We're talking about the S&P 500 futures, okay? So this happens 23 hours a day, okay? But this also could apply to the cash indexes for those that are trading options during the intraday. See, I just want to go off on a small tangent here for one moment. What's one of the big differences between futures and options? Futures, you can trade 23 hours a day. Options, you can't. Options, you're pretty much, and you guys can correct me in the comment section if you want to, but I think pretty much is restricted to intraday for the most part. So big advantage to futures, you can trade 23 hours a day, and sometimes that makes a big difference in profit. Okay, so this is in the morning at 7:10. And what happens? You can see the first thing we're going to check is always check the MACD. This could be either on the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, or the 1-hour chart, which is all streamed live to my members. So become a member. Stick around to the end of the video, show you how to do it. First thing we check is the MACD. Is it flat? In this case, it's flat, right? It's not above the line. It's not below the line. Okay? If it was above the line, we know we're thinking bullish. If it was below the line, we know we're thinking bearish. In this case, it's flat, right? So guess what? We're just going to follow the SMI, the Stochastic Momentum Index. What does it do? It does a little dip and comes up. So did it get to the bottom line down here? Not even close. That is very bullish when you see that. As soon as it started curling up somewhere in this area right here, right in this area, you go long. Now look at this. It was good, really all the way up to there. But even if you got out on this red candlestick, that's fine. You're looking at a good 12 points right here in the morning. That's $600. Okay, and then there was another trade over here. Later, a little bit later, but still just past an hour past open. Because I'm in Texas, so 9:30 is already open for an hour. Right, we open here at 8:30 for Texas. And here's the plum candlestick, here's the indicator, and guess what? What happens? Now watch this is very important. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at the MACD first. Number one, look at number one, then we look at number two, right? So the Get Us Plus indicator says, hey, I think there's a trade here. We look at number one. What's it doing? Oh my gosh, what's it doing? It's going this way. Right at the time that this happened was about right here. Oh my gosh, is that negative or what? Now we know we got negative momentum going on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so we're going to pay attention. Are we just going to take a trade right away blindly? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to wait for the SMI to tell us. What's it do? It did exactly the opposite this did. See how this didn't come to the bottom? Well, this one didn't come to the top, did it? Right? It stopped short of the top line, and it curled over. As soon as it curls over like that, you take your trade right in here. That's about right here. You wait through some of the baloney here for about 20 minutes, and then bam, it gives it up. So from 60.10 up to down to 59.90, that's another 20 points, guys. Pretty easy 20 points. 32 points total. My goodness, what a day. You know what that is? If my math is right, that's $1,600. Just divide by 2 here. $1,600. That's your trade of the day. You know, we'll take a quick look at the 15-minute chart to see, was there anything on here that was better than the 5-minute chart? Not really. See, sometimes you'll get the 15-minute charts better, but in this case, the 5-minute chart was the one that gave us all the good trades. 2 solid trades on the 5-minute chart. Okay, now I'm going to switch over and show you the 2 trades I made. And quickly, how did I decide to make these trades? And let's look at it. Okay, first one to look at is the Russell 2000. This was the micro. I traded the micro. I made $40. I made $40 in a few hours. So some of you are probably saying, $40, what's the big deal about that? $40 is $40. What's the big deal is profit. And I'll show in a minute how I picked this. $40 on one micro contract. Okay, like $900 with a margin. Picked up $40 in like, I don't know, a few hours. Okay, that was the first trade. Okay, it should be obvious why I picked this trade. This is a daily chart, by the way, we're looking at here. Daily chart. Should be really obvious. Look at this, super bullish. And we'll look at this, SMI was not done going up. So I picked it. Pretty obvious. Okay. Let's take a look at the next trade. This next trade, this is wheat, mini wheat. Yeah, frosted mini wheats, baby. This is the futures mini wheat. Made $60. Right, so total between those 2 products, $100 within a few hours. There's the difference. This one's going down. This was the Russell 2000 was a long side trade, and wheat was a short side trade. See, as traders, we don't care. When you're a trader, you don't care how you make the profit, long or short. There is no, I only trade long. I only trade short. We don't do any of that stuff. We're traders. And why shouldn't we make a profit on this? Look at this. Momentum, we always check momentum first. Momentum is super negative here on the MACD, on the daily chart, right? Daily. This is just a snapshot, by the way. And what's SMI doing? It's rolling over. Boom, easy peasy. Picked up $60. I kept my range reasonable and made $60. Altogether between the 2 products, in a few hours, whatever it was, 4, 5, 6 hours in the middle of the night, I made $100. Okay? All right, let's talk about how I knew to make these trades. I showed here why I picked them, but how did I know to pick these symbols? Did I just like go through them one by one, spend hours laboring? Let's go talk about it. Okay, this is the Discord server. Get a server. Okay, there's a channel here called Premium Symbols. See it right here? As members, if you're a paying member, you get all these channels, including streaming channels down here. This is S&P 500 streaming down here, by the way. Streaming, you can see there's some people there. Some members watching the stream. They're watching the S&P 500 streaming charts. Okay, but you get all these channels. Okay, there's some alert channels, but we're talking about the Premium Symbols channels, and this is where I got my symbols for the 2 trades I just showed you. So members, I just made this change, but this channel includes futures short and futures long. These are just CSV files. If you got Excel, or if you have Apache, which is you can download it for free, which is same thing as Excel, it'll open up these files. And you can see what the symbols are. I have Logic that goes out and grabs these symbols every day. Okay, and I put them in here for the members. Now, what I do for my own personal trades is I go through these symbols and I vet the ones that I think are best for me. I grab symbols, I look at the charts, figure out which ones are best, and I trade them. So I don't pre-vet this for the members. The members can do that themselves. Okay? They can ask me what I think, and that's fine. I'll give them my opinion. Okay, but these are available to you every day, Monday through Thursday. So when you become a member, you get this. And I just showed you the benefit of the logic that I'm using that generates these symbols, right? I made $100. I could have gone for some bigger profit. I could have maybe gone, a bigger position, like 3 or 4 or 5 contracts, but I just chose to do 1 to prove a point. The power of the logic that's behind generating these symbols is pretty doggone good, okay? So I wanted to show that. That's where it comes from. So if you become a member, you get this. Okay, so now that we're talking about the membership real quick, and I'll move on to the rest of the video, we get streaming charts down here. This SP 500 streaming charts, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the 1-hour chart is streamed live. I'll also do the same thing for gold. There's another server up here. One of these two is gold. I don't remember which one. Okay, it doesn't really matter. One is S&P. One is this server we're looking at here. The other one is a gold server. Okay, it also has its own streaming gold. Okay, there's alerts. There's an alert channel here, gold alert. So all you do is you come onto the server, you're going to right click on the channel and turn notifications on. You can do the same thing for gold. You can do for crude oil if you want to. Okay, I don't stream the crude oil, but I do stream these two products here, SP 500 Gold. Okay, emails go out every night, Monday through Thursday. Okay, so if you want to get on the email list when you become a member, just drop your email in there. Or if you don't want your email to be public, on the server and have other members see it, just DM me. Okay. Just drop me something, member chat, say, hey, you get this, I want you to send you my email. Can you approve my DM friend request, and I'll approve it, okay? And then you get on the email list. All right. The Get Us Only post is where I put the video every day for the members. And there's a video that goes out for everybody, members and the public, goes out every day. But there's also a video that I'll do, not every day, but it might be a couple times a week, once or twice a week, something like this, where I'll go over and review these symbols right here. Okay, and I'll review what I think the best symbols are. And I'll vet these and go through and vet them myself and make a video just for members. Okay, that's a members only video. Matter of fact, I just did a members only video last night for both of these. So members get that, the public does not. So extreme value here, $7.99 a month. Become a member. The link is in the description. It's also the first comment of the video. Okay, let's get back to the video. We're going to cover all the rest of the products. All right, so we already looked at the premium symbols list. We looked at my trades that I took off the premium symbol list and how I made $100 last night. We talked about the trade of the day. Now we're going to look at all the daily charts for all the products that I always cover. Daily chart, SP 500 here. What's going on? Well, we had a little tiny day here. Little small day. Just a little tiny day right there, right? Just a little nothing candlestick, a range of 57. The range was decent, but the candlestick basically almost finished like a doji. The market's very bullish right now. Looks like it's maybe kind of topping out here. As the market gets near the all-time high, sometimes it'll stall like this. So we'll keep an eye on it. To me, it looks like there's a little bit more in this, but there may not be a whole lot more left in this. December 10th is, whatever, 2.5 weeks away, I guess. So we got to be careful. Might be a little decline right here. All right, let's move on to the rest of the products. Dow Jones Transportation. We'll go through all. We're going to bang through these products pretty quick here. Bang. Man, this looks super bullish. Look at this thing on fire. Transportation has got definitely more room to go. Absolutely on fire. So looking good there. Russell 2000. Of course, I made a trade on this myself. This is the cash index, but I leveraged the futures overnight, as you saw, and I made some bucks. I think I made $40 on the micro futures. I think there's more room to go here on the Russell 2000. It actually looks pretty good to me. It's very, very bullish. Way up here, strong moment on the daily chart. I think there's more in this. When is this? Okay, let me get over to the daily. So there you go. November 19th was on the button, of course, and then December 9th is projected cycle low. Yeah, maybe it gets there. I don't think so. That doesn't look very promising. The one out there, December 26th, looks more realistic to me. Let's activate and move this. I don't know if we're going to see much of a pullback there to December 9th. Maybe, what was this, December 26th, I think. We might see something there. Yeah. So December 26th, I'm not convinced that we're going to get a big pullback right here on the 9th. Feels like it's more going to be a little bit later in December, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's Russell 2000. Still looks bullish. I think it's got more room to go before it finishes its bullish run. NASDAQ. Not looking too good. NASDAQ got dropped down here, about a week ago. Kind of gapped down here a little bit on the cash index. Kind of struggling here. The momentum is positive, but man, this just doesn't look like a healthy product to me. Let's look at the daily cycles here. December 12th, kind of popular time frame, that second week of December. I don't think this product looks very strong. Certainly does not have the same strength as Russell 2000. So this is looking kind of like struggle. It's on the struggle bus. Is it going to do that? That's what I think it's going to do. Okay, it just doesn't look strong to me. It could take off here. It could take off and surprise us. That is possible. But for right now, it looks like it's on the struggle bus. Okay. Moving on to the SPX cash index. A little bit stronger, but it had a red almost doji. 59.92. It opened up at, closed at 59.87. So 3, 4, 5 point difference. Almost a doji here. Let's look at the daily chart. Yep, December 15th, second week again. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Yeah, just looking at this, look like there's more room. But again, it hit the SPX, I guess, hit all-time highs today. So the market looks a little skittish here, like they're a little bit afraid. But to me, with this very bullish momentum, looks like there's more room to go here. We'll keep an eye on it. A little pause in the market right there. We'll let the market tell us which way it's going to go. Okay, let's look at the Japanese market here. Nike 225. What is happening here? What is all this nonsense? These need to go away. Go away. Just remove this stuff. Get out of there. Remove. Daily. While not very strong, riding slightly negative here, as a matter of fact. Momentum is a little bit negative here, so I'd be super careful. This does not look strong. It looks like it's dying the slow death here, and it looks like it's going to do this. I don't think it's going to get much strength here. This thing is going to go down. There's not the second week of December cycle in here, but it'll probably follow the other indices, even though I don't have it in there. I don't like the look of the Nike 225. I think once this puppy rolls over, you could actually probably short it. Okay, let's look at the Japanese yen. December 9th. Yep, another popular spot right there. All these cycles seem to be... So I'm not convinced about this cycle, though, on this product. It's good back over here and then kind of falls apart here. I guess it's okay. Yeah, okay, we'll keep it there. It's Japanese yen just, it's going to have to do a lot of work. Like, get up here and stay up here for a while. You're going to have to do some of this stuff and stay above the zero line over here on the SMI for this to get repaired and come up. It could do it. Because when it was so bullish over here, I thought the thing would run on forever, but it didn't. It died. And now we're way down here bearish. And more than likely, it's going to get up here. It's going to fail, drop down into December 9th. And I think once it curls over, guys, it may not even get to that top line. It may just, it's struggling right now, as a matter of fact. It may just do this and start to curl over. When it does that, especially if it's below this top line, that is a bona fide short. Okay, moving on to the euro. Euro's trying to make a little bounce. Trying to make a bounce. Huge. The negative momentum here is just so massive. Again, just like the Japanese yen, maybe even worse than Japanese yen. If it gets up here and starts to roll over, let's say this comes up like that, but it's still negative, I would short the snot out of it. As long as it stays negative. You do got to watch for crossovers like that. You get a little bit of green. Okay, it may cross over, but if it crosses over in negative territory, and then, especially if it doesn't get to the top line, if it does one of these, oh my goodness, short the heck out of it right in there. Okay, that's my opinion on the euro. 6B, it's the same thing. This thing is even worse than all the rest. Look at this, just absolutely can't even get going. Whatever it does up in here and does this, whatever it does, once it makes that turn like that, that's a short. And don't forget about all these products have the M in front of them for the micros. I love to trade those micros, guys and gals, because the commitment financially is so small. It's nice to make a few bucks. No worries, no fuss. You're not stressing out. Okay. Except for the S&P 500 micros, which are like $2,000 now. What the hell is that? That's not a micro product. Making people pay over $2,000 to get into a micro trade for one contract. This is the ridiculousness that goes on. Don't tell me that $2,000 is a micro product. No, the hell it's not. And I knew that was going to happen. They do the same crap every time. It starts out at $600, $800 of margin. Next thing you know, a year later, 2 years later, it's $2,000. Absolutely ridiculous. They need to put controls on this stuff. You can't just be jacking up the initial margin and just going nuts. $2,000 to get into one micro S&P 500 futures contract? I don't even trade it. I refuse to trade it. It's so ridiculous. There's other products that are so much cheaper. My money can work better for me somewhere else. That kind of stuff pisses me off because you know it's a ripoff. All right, anyway, 6B. Let's move on to gold. Gold. Wow, gold. Oh my goodness, guys and gals. I got to say right here, wow, that's a big surprise. I saw this earlier today, but I was busy paying attention to my other trades. This is negative. I would say right now, see, gold went to what? I guess it went to March. What is that, G? G must be March. I guess gold, February, sorry. Yeah, February. Make sure you look at the CME website and make sure you understand your contract expiration dates or last trading date. Especially with Swabby, man. They are so shady. But here's a little candlestick. It's maybe hard to see, but it just started, I guess it just started trading. Is it 5 o'clock here? Is that what we got going on? We already started the next day. Yeah, it's 10 after 5, so the trading's already started. Guys, I gotta say right now, I would short gold. As much as I hate to say it, this just looks like to me, this is a short. I would short gold. It's amazing to say that. Gold, I might even short gold if I can afford the micro. There's an MGC. I might short it tonight. I'll take a close look at this. But this looks like a short to me. Gold looks like it's, and I said it before, if Donald Trump gets elected, gold and silver we're going to be suppressed, and it looks like that's what's happening here. I think gold is a short. We'll pay attention to this, but right now it feels like it's a short to me. What a huge monster day, 106 in range, down. Yeah, this is a bit broken here. If it gets, especially if it gets below this down here at like 225.43, 42, whatever it is, 25.40 area. If it gets below that, that's gold's going to be, it's going to break the back of gold. Okay, so that's gold. My opinion is it looks like good for a short. Okay, silver. You know, let me go back to gold there. I don't know if I had the daily. Did I have the daily? Yeah, okay, it looks good. December 24th. Just making sure I got the daily cycles up there. Silver, wow, also a short. This is also a short right here. It's not. Yeah, it's been tracking sideways, so this is a little bit tricky. Okay, but if I'm not going to trade, I would trade gold over silver here in this situation. But this is pretty super negative momentum, and the SMI has curled over here, and I think probably get away with a small position short on silver. Gold and silver both look like short opportunities to me. Let's take a look at crude oil. Wow, another monster mash. Same thing in crude oil. All three of them are getting nailed. Gold, silver, and crude oil are all getting. This is the Trump train, guys. This is what's happening. Trump train. Everybody knows the U.S. is going to produce a lot of oil. Okay, it's going to drive the price down. I'm telling you right now, crude oil is going to get into the $50 in the next year or two or whatever. Don't forget the micros on crude oil and gold and silver. Silver is kind of weird. Doesn't really have a micro. It has a 1,000 ounce. But gold does have a micro, MGC, and so does crude oil, MCL. And guys, this is a short. This is a short. That's my opinion. Crude oil looks like a short to me. Okay, let's take a look at, let's look at corn. Corn. Wow, positive. Let me get into the daily chart. Daily chart. So there it is. Today is the cycle of November 25th. So that's great. Wait for it to get out of here. Let's see what it does. May take a few more days to exhaust this little pullback. Let's see what it does. This is decently positive. Looks like it's trying to cross over. A little bit of red showing up here, but it's in positive territory. It may come down, touch this bottom line and bounce, but if the momentum stays positive, then that would be a long coming out of this cycle. We got to wait a little bit here and see how long this little pullback lasts. For the moment, I wouldn't touch it, but it could maybe in the next few days, week, whatever, be a long. Right now, it's a no touch. I'm gonna look at wheat since I traded it yesterday. Wow, wheat is totally a negative trade, meaning short. Look at this. It didn't even get to the top. It's negative momentum. I might trade this again tonight. This is absolutely positively a short side trade for frosted mini wheats. Okay, last thing we're gonna look at, XLP, which is the Consumer Staples ETF by the SPDR. Wow, it looks like it's making a run here. It's trying to make a run. I think it's gonna go positive momentum here. Looks like it's just about to get up here. Okay, let it do its thing. This is very amazing turn of events here. Look at this gap up stuff going on. Gap up. That's another thing I like to understand. This is an ETF. How did it gap up overnight? Someone explain it to me. Explain it to me. Okay, I would say wait for this to do its thing. Little pullback. Let this go positive. On the pullback, especially if it doesn't reach the bottom line here and does a bouncy bounce, that's your long opportunity somewhere out there. Okay? That's how I would do it. I wouldn't quite go long yet, but this looks like this is going to be a long real soon. That is it. Become a member. You saw the money I made today, right? 2 quick, easy trades, $100. Traded some micros, some minis. $7.99. Become a member. The link is in the description and in the comment section. Talk to you all real soon again next time.